What's up, everyone? This your girl Rossie, and I'm back with another. You know what I'm about to say? Another amazing show. You guys, I kept this artist for. First of all, let me just tell you guys. So the month of July, I've been doing the month of music, just summer music, and I've been featuring a lot of artists. You guys can go and check out Henny Holyfield. He just blessed Rossie's Clubhouse last week. You guys can check out his interview a few weeks ago. We was bumping Sonae OTW on the way. Sonae, you guys can go check out her interview, and many more. You guys, shout out to Caleb Roberts. Caleb, your interview is doing quite well too. You're short, so thank you so much. But I wanted to save this artist for the final week, the final month of July. And so this is the last show for July. I have a couple of shows in August before I go on vacation, but I wanted to save this artist for to just to end our summer well here on Rossie's Clubhouse, a month of music, July. Her name is Alicia Marie. She's out of Durham, North Carolina. You guys, there's a lot of artists in North Carolina. I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all because I don't think y'all knew because I didn't know. But North Carolina is popping, and this young lady is popping. I mean, she's everything. So let's get the show started, and I'll let you meet Alicia Marie. You guys know who I am. Give me a minute so we can get going, guys. What's up,
Hey,
Alicia?
what's up?
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing really good. So, you guys, this is Alicia Marie. Like I said, she's out of North Carolina. She's in Durham. You guys, just to give you a little history on North Carolina, we all know about Fantasia. I'm a huge fan of Fantasia. When she rocked American Idol, I mean, that voice, just her alone, great. And so to us, we thought that was like she put North Carolina on the map, but no, you guys, we have let's see, Jodeci is out of Charlotte, you guys. Jodeci, y'all know I love Jodeci. Nina Simone is out of North Carolina. Anthony Hamilton, Charlotte, Fantasia, just to let you guys know, High Point. Jermaine Dupri, we always thought Atlanta with Jermaine Dupri. No, he's out of Asheville. And then legendary Roberta Flack is out of Black Mountain, North Carolina, you guys. So legends in North Carolina. How did you get into R&B? Just let's just start with that. What sparked your
Um,
interest in R&B music or just
I've just
music?
been singing forever. Like I've been singing since I was like 8. I kind of just like randomly, like I was a Spice Girl fan, and like you know what I mean, like all of
Yep,
like I would
yep,
just kind of like mimic all of that kind of stuff. Like really just
right.
wanted to be like 3LW, like you know what I mean, like
Yes.
all of that. Me and my best friend growing up, she sang also, and I think once we both realized that both of us like to sing, we just kind of started writing songs and like
Yeah.
imagine this girl group we were gonna be in, and yeah, I just kind of sang forever, and then I actually got really heavy into spoken word poetry as a
Okay.
teenager, and that was my first experience in like really performing.
Okay.
And then from there, it just kind of ended up leading back to the music.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So did you write? I mean, obviously you did poetry, so you write your own music. Yeah?
Yeah, I read everything. Yeah.
How was that for you? And I always ask the artist, get it out the way. I always want to know what each artist process is for writing. What's your process? Some artists write in cars, some artists, get their inspiration, listen to other music or quiet time. What's your writing routine like?
It's kind of like a hot mess. Like I call it like kind of like puzzle piecing.
Okay.
Because a lot of the times like I'll hear a beat, and sometimes I like come up with the bridge first, or I'll come up with the hook first, or I'll come up with
Mhm.
like three random lines, and then I decide that I really like them, and then I just kind of build around it.
Yep.
And then other times a beat will really just resonate with me, and I
Mhm.
feel like I call it like the break like the song just lands in my head. Like
Okay.
I sometimes I feel like I don't even really have to process writing it. It just is like there and it comes
Okay.
out if the beat resonates enough.
Yeah.
But it's never just like normal. Like it's always
You're
just
like,
like some random like thought mess that I just end up like organizing, or it just
right.
like flows right out. Like
Right. You know, I'll mention you guys. So I want to mention some of her songs that she has. She's been out for a long time, you guys. So I'll go back a few years, probably a year ago. Wake Up is called the Street Renaissance album.
yeah,
And so
yeah.
you have Wake Up, Look Good, You're Speechless. I love the video for Speechless, by the way. That was like 3 years ago,
Thank
you guys. The video
Yeah.
is dope. I really love that. Also, let's see her current, we'll talk about current album as far as a few months ago. And you guys, if you guys follow me, you guys have heard her music already. You already are following her, so you know her music. But I fell in love with Up in Flames, and this is off of her album Burn After Hearing. Okay, so you have Let You, which you guys, I'm sure you guys have heard. Overstimulated, I love Overstimulated. It's sassy. It's just it's I'm in a mood. I'm not, we've all had those type of days. I think I had one the other day. So I was listening to Overstimulated, Retired, Crash Out, Pause. It's just, you have a lot of classic music. When was the first time you stepped in a studio professionally when you're like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm going to sing. How was that like for you? Were you nervous? Were you excited?
Oh my gosh, it was amazing actually. The first time I was in the studio, I was 16.
Okay.
And that was so I started doing spoken word at 15. And
Okay.
as I was performing, I had these couple guys come up to me and they were like, "Do you rap?" And I was like, "I mean, not really." And they were like, "You sound like you could rap." And they're like, "Try to take the poems and make them bars." And so I started doing that, and they ended up kind of wanting to work with me, and we were like a new age like Fuji's kind of
I
situation
can
for
see
like a
that.
little
Okay.
bit.
Okay.
And so I actually had the honor of so DJ Skaz Digga, he's actually Big Daddy Kane's DJ.
Oh, really?
He taught me how to record.
Okay.
So like when like him and like the two guys, Q and Chad, they're like family to me. And
Okay.
but yeah, they were literally like Skaz would literally have me in the studio and be like, Do you hear this? I hear this. Try this run, try this ad lib. And like he would just like it was always like out of love, but he was always very much like, try it again. You can do it better. Yada yada. Like and like he just really like trained my ear.
Right.
And so I got lucky in that regard. Because I was trained like pretty well off
Nice.
gate. Yeah.
What about your voice? Because your voice is very unique. We were talking backstage, and I was telling Alicia that when I first heard her, for me, it took me back to like your Erica Badu, when Erica came out with that voice and she had her own style. And then today we have you with your voice is very beautiful. It's very like Amy Winehouse, Erica Badu. I mean, tell me about your vocal style. I mean, is that you? Have you always sang like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I always like it's funny because I like people like I guess like it was an acquired thing because when I tried to sing more a couple years ago, like I remember my song Tree Drop and people were like, I don't know, her voice is kind of like, and it was also like in one of those it was like in the lit era too. So
Okay.
like that wasn't really what everybody's on. I think we're kind of transitioning more back into like the appreciation for like the
Right.
Erica Badu's and like all of that
Yes.
kind of stuff. But I
Yes.
always felt like a kind of like a misfit. Like Erica Badu was like always like one of my idols. I love Amy Winehouse. I love Lauryn
Yes.
Hill. Love Alicia Keys.
Yes.
Love like all of like or even like what was her name? Duffy. She's really fire.
Okay.
Like even Adele, like you know what I mean?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
always
Right. Right.
loved like super soulful stuff, but I never
Right.
felt like I sounded exactly like any of them. So I
Okay.
always was kind of like really like self-conscious about my voice to be honest for like a really
Okay.
long time, and like singing meant a lot to me because it was something that like I did to like clear my head, so I was always
Right.
really scared about what everybody was going to think about it.
Right.
And then I don't know, I think I just kind of stopped caring. I just was like, this is what I'm gonna do. And luckily, I
Right.
mean, thankfully, lately, I've been getting a lot of like, it's been crazy. I don't know. It's been so cool. Like, it's been
Yes.
really cool, but it's also just been like, whoa, like, this is just how I am, and they like it. That's cool. Like,
It's great. It's like seriously, it's great. And what I love about it, like you said, is it's bringing the people with vocals back, R&B
yeah.
back, that sound back, because it kind of left, And I love that. I mean, and that's what's crazy. It's like Erica Badu. Everyone knows her, but we haven't heard just really good R&B music and someone that's just got their own style in a really long time. And that's what caught my ear was you singing, and then listening to more of your music. It's you know what I mean? That's you, your vibe, your music videos, everything that I've checked out about you. It's you. But I love that. And then the covers that you do. What made you want to start doing covers? Because the Amy Winehouse one, I mean,
Thank you.
you killed that cover.
Thank you. No, that was
Yes.
okay. So that was during my process of like content. Everybody's like post,
Okay.
post, 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 post. I'm
Okay.
not a social media head. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of hate it. And
I
like
feel
I'm
you.
just more of like a like, oh my God, it's so much. I just want to like sing and just do stuff. But I was
Right.
like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be consistent. And the day that I actually ended up going viral, I posted and I was like, let me just go ahead and post because everybody just says go ahead and post. And like, you know what I mean? I'm like, it's gonna get like 200 views, but like whatever. And
Nope.
literally like 3 hours later, it was in like, I think it was like at 10 or 15,000. I was like,
Right.
and I didn't
Yeah.
even check it because I posted it and I was just like, whatever, there goes another video.
Right.
Happy, congratulations. Like, happy birthday. Take another video that no one's gonna watch. But and then it just like it just went and I was like, what? And it
Yeah.
was a 15-second clip of me singing What You Won't Do for Love in my
Right.
car. And so once I noticed that, I was like, okay. So I started singing more because that's all the type of stuff I like to sing anyway. That's the stuff I
Okay.
sing to myself and
Okay.
all of that. And so I was just like, well, I guess they like that. So then I started posting more and everybody just started requesting stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, like let's do covers then. And then
Yes.
like people were like, we need the full ones. So then I started posting full ones and kind of sneaking my own music in between
Right.
everything. And yeah, I just kind of like listened to the people and just like kept it going.
That was a good deal because whenever, and I get you with social media, it's really hard. I tend to be more of a loner type of person,
Yeah.
and sharing myself with others online was really really hard. So I would start with like little pictures, put glasses on because I didn't want them to see my eyes, and then eventually you realize you have to do content, you have to do something. But I totally get you with that. But isn't it great when you did that and you realize, okay, I got something here. I like to do it anyways. I'll turn the camera on and share. Every time I go on social media, I'm like, I check your page and see what cover is she doing today.
Oh,
Every cover you do is really good. And
thank
I
you.
also want to transition though. Let's get back into your childhood though. What kind of
Yeah.
kid were you? Because you seem like you'd be artsy, just funny, easy to talk to. Who were you growing up?
I was like a really super deep kid, like really
Okay.
artistic, like kind of in my head, but like always like a people person. Like I
Okay.
loved being in like artsy spaces and
Okay.
like all of that kind of stuff. My home life was like not always the best for real.
Okay.
So I had kind of like these like villages of like
Okay.
friends and stuff that I kind of like really relied on throughout my
Mhm.
life. Because I'm originally from New York. I moved to North
Okay.
Carolina in high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was and that was interesting. That was like a huge like change. That was a huge change. I was so upset to come here, but it grew on me. I was like, "What? There's only fields there. What are we gonna do?" And
Right.
it's like after a while, it grows on you. But yeah, I just always was kind of on the go, always doing
Okay.
something. Like even as like a kid, like I started working when I was like 14, 15 years old. Like
Wow.
I was just very like I just want to blossom from out of
Right.
where I am and what I'm on, and I always wanted to be in arts and all of that.
Right.
I just kind of, I've always been one of those just like super creative. Like that was just
Okay.
like where I thrived for real. And the
Right.
poetry kind of helped me get through a lot of things.
Right.
That whole community. It was super like back in like 2012, like 2010, the art scene was so freaking cool. Like
Yeah.
it was so cool, and like everybody was like wanting to know about you, like wanting to know what you
Okay.
come from, and like it was like a more lyrical time.
Nice.
And so that was like that pretty much like saved my whole life. It like really molded me as a person, but also an
Right.
artist.
What's the scene like in North Carolina where you're at? Is it popping? Is there a lot of artists that are struggling trying to come out? Like, what's that like there for you guys? Do you have to
Uh,
leave to make it somewhere?
I kind of feel like you have to leave to make it
Okay.
the way that you need to. There's a ton of talent though. Like there's so many amazingly talented people here, but
Okay.
the scene isn't like built up enough to like really make anything of it by
Okay.
just being here.
Wow.
Um yeah, there's just not like the like platforms like Charlotte. I feel like is probably the most poppin', like
Okay.
consistently area when it comes to music and stuff like that.
Right.
But to really like kind of come up, I mean,
Right.
I do think you had to leave.
Yeah. With the music that you have out, let's talk about the fact, well, first of all, you write about love a lot. Is it personal stuff that you've gone through? Is it breakup stuff? Like, what's the meaning, like, first of all, behind your newest album that came out like 2 months ago?
Well, I have pretty much always been in a toxic relationship. And I think like I just kind of grew. I just recently grew out of that. I went to therapy this
Okay.
year. You know what I mean? I like really tried to like just like get off of my routine. I think when you grow
Okay.
up on toxic stuff, it's hard for you to see the toxic in other people because it's familiar, and
Right.
sometimes that can be kind of the trade off. But Burn After Hearing was kind of a lot of songs that I wrote um during a rough patch with a man that I thought was going to be like my end all be all of
Right.
everything. And
Mm.
he actually ghosted me after
Really?
years of like after years he just like stopped responding to everything. And that was like the biggest wake up call I think for me, because
Wow.
that was a whole healing process I had to do completely alone. Like I could not talk to him about anything. I couldn't get
Mm.
understanding. I couldn't get answers. I couldn't get, and I devoted years of my life to this man. And oh my God, when you talk about like
Mm.
days of crying and like days of just like, I don't want to think about this anymore. And it was just like writing just kind of like helped me figure out my thoughts and stuff.
Right.
And when I was ready to like share that, I wanted to call it Burn After Hearing, because I feel like, okay, it's out
Okay.
now, crumble it up.
Okay.
And like,
Right.
you know what
Right.
I mean? Like if we
Yeah.
released it, we spoke on it. Now
Right.
it's time to move on. Like we've accepted it. It's fine. It's hurtful. It
Right.
sucks. But we have to keep living, you know?
Right. This song, overstimulated.
Hmm.
Can you talk about overstimulated? Yeah, I mean, let you and overstimulated, I have to say, I love those two songs. I
Thank
really do.
you.
But let's talk about overstimulated though. What a beautiful song.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, I think
Yes.
that yeah, I'm a mom. I have a
Okay.
son, and he's
Oh, wow.
11. And
Really?
yeah, I'm older
Nuh-uh.
than I'm older
Oh
than you
my gosh,
probably
for
think.
real? Girl, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm talking to you like I'm in a whole different generation. Like, you're like, I'm thinking you're like 21,
No, I'm
22.
31.
Are you
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow, you look great.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm
Thank
talking to like a
you.
20 something year old.
Thank
Okay, so
you.
going back.
But
Okay,
yeah,
so you're
so I have
okay.
my son,
Wow.
and I'm an entrepreneur. I run my own events. I run pretty much all of my career, and was in this back and forth relationship that was just like, and it was just one of those things where like people are calling me all day, every day, like, what are we doing for this week and what do we got going on? And I'm like, like, shut up, everybody, just shut up. And I think that was just one of those like I've been writing about love and heartbreak and whatever. I'm gonna write about something different. I'm over everybody today, and that's
Right.
just kind of what came
Right.
out.
Yes, yes. When you really listen to it, and I'm writing something today. I'm getting ready for the interview, and I always listen to the music throughout the week, especially the day of the interview. I'll wake up, play it, sit down, really listen to it. And I'm listening. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, we have those days. We have those days where you want the world, world can burn up, be on fire, like everything that you say. It's like I'm like, that is so true. We can all relate to that song and then let you.
Yeah. Well, now you kind
Yeah.
of know the story of so let you
Oh
like
my.
I had to let him just if you want to go.
Right.
I mean, I guess bye.
Right. Yes.
But and that's where like kind of like the sunshine song comes in at the end where
Okay.
it was like I had kind of convinced myself, this is my person. We meet
Right.
each other. Like I think when you're so in love, you're like, we're gonna get it right. If it's not this
Yeah.
lifetime, it'll be the next lifetime, and we're just
Yeah.
gonna keep seeing each other. And I think I started realizing, like, bro, like I keep living this over and over again because I keep doing this. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
Right. No.
because I
Yes.
keep like it feels like we're supposed to keep doing this over and over again, but it's only
Right.
because I haven't let go of like
Yeah.
the habits that I should have been let go of. I should never allowed anybody that you know what I mean to treat me,
Yep.
certain ways. And
Yeah.
so but yeah, just like yeah, I thought that was my end all be all, man. And I just had to
Hey,
let
I
it be.
I I feel you, absolutely feel you. We'll go back to first of all. I want to go back to you. Leaving New York, going to North Carolina, and that culture shock.
Mhm.
And that happened to me in high school or middle
Oh,
school.
really?
We moved from the West Coast, from Merced, which is probably about an hour 45 from here. I'm in Sacramento, and moved to Mississippi to go be with our
Oh
dad.
my gosh.
Oh yes, and I'm telling you, going from the West Coast to Mississippi.
I can't even
Mississippi,
imagine.
Mississippi, okay? It was the worst that we thought, and then once you get there and you interact with the people and then my family, because a lot of my family's from Mississippi that I didn't know, and going to school there, we went to school there for like
Mhm.
a school year. It was so different, but what I loved about it was the fact that, on the West Coast, we went to kind of a school with mainly like majority white people, but it was still was other cultures. But Mississippi was a different situation because it was an all black school, and it was totally
Mm.
different. And to be taught by all black teachers, it was just a whole experience for us. And I
Yeah.
never will forget that, and how the teachers were and what they prepped us for life. The studies that they study in Mississippi was different, but the whole world was a culture shock for us because we wasn't used to that. But like you said, it ended up where it grows on you. And then when
Yeah.
we moved back to the West Coast, I remember I have very good memories of Mississippi, but I love the West Coast. Been on the West Coast all my life, but it was great to experience the South and the music and the food and just family and how things were. So I get where you're coming from a big city to a small town. We lived in Jackson. We moved to Jackson,
Yeah.
Mississippi. Yeah, yeah. It was
Wow.
it was real. It was real. It was really real. Um, but as a mom, though, I'm a mom of boys. As a
Awesome.
mom of a young man, how is that for you and your career and what you write about? Like, how does he feel about mom?
He definitely thinks it's super cool. He's always checking in with me, like, who talked to you today? And like, what he just knows, like, or he'll be like, Mom, when we're rich, can we like get this? And like, like he's totally prepping for it.
Yes.
But yeah, I just like I'm super protective, super protective of him. Very I try to keep him separate from like everything. Like once I knew that music was going to be a thing, like he's not on my social medias, nothing.
Right.
Like I'm very like people are always surprised that I have a kid, and it's just like
Yeah.
yeah, you have to protect them in
Yes.
this day and age. There's a lot like especially when you're raising black men, like you
Yes.
have to you have to make sure that like they're protected because you
Yes.
know what I mean? The world
Yes.
is the world, and
Yes, it
especially,
is.
the South being the South in this day and
Right.
age that we're in, and all of that.
Right.
But I also think it's important too that like he see, like, I'm very transparent with him.
Okay.
So I'll be like, like, I'm sorry, like, mom's stressed out, like, it's not you, I got all this stuff going on, and he'll be like, it's okay, like, and he's such a sweetie. Like, if he sees
Oh,
I'm overwhelmed, he'll come over, he'll make my coffee for me, and like,
really?
he's just, like, such a sweetie, like, such a sweetie. And but it's also like motivating because there's like, this is like a hard thing
Yes.
to do, and like consistently do. And sometimes I'm just like, I don't know what I thought. I don't know why. Like, I'm just I could have just been regular and everything would have been fine. And like, but I
Right.
keep putting all this money into
Oh
stuff, and
my
like
gosh.
I get
Yes.
so like I get so
Yes.
overwhelmed. And then you know what I mean? But he just like, he's super great. And when I see him, I'm just like, no, like, I have to prove to my son that like, you can reach your dreams if that's what you
Right.
want, and like, we're gonna do this, and like, none of this is gonna be in vain, and like, one day you're
Yep.
gonna look up and I'm gonna be like, remember when I said that we're gonna give you the Lego
Yep.
wall, like, in the Lego store? Well,
Right.
there's your Lego wall, like, you know what I mean? Like, and I like, you know what I mean? I just like, I want him to understand, like, it's not gonna come easy,
Right.
but you keep trying, and when you love it, you don't give up. You
Right.
find different ways, and he's great. Like, I couldn't ask for a better kid, to be honest.
I love that. I absolutely love that. I want to talk about your visuals.
Yeah.
The visual for overstimulated, the visual for let you. Everyone talks to me about, oh my gosh, I love when she's like in the forest and she's like kneeling down by the river. I mean, everyone loves your visuals. Who shot the visuals, who came up with the idea, because I love that, because like your vibe is very earthy, like, and just, the visuals are right for you.
Thank
It's like they
you.
picked the right thing, or you picked the right thing. Whoever did that did really good. The hair and the braids, everything.
Thank
Did
you.
you come up with that? Who helped you with that? Who shoots for
Um,
you?
so my best friend actually, she's awesome. She went to school for photography. She doesn't even
Okay.
do videography.
Wow.
And when she saw that everything was like kind of starting to take off, she was like, literally, girl, like, I'll just alter the settings and stuff on your phone because I have the newer iPhone.
Okay.
And she's like, and
Okay.
we'll just shoot it. And I was like, all right, like, let's just do it, whatever. Like, because like in my mind, I'm like, oh, we need this extravagant videographer,
Yeah,
and
right.
like everything needs to be
Yep.
like top tier, like, you know what I mean? But like the budget
Yep.
wasn't there. And
Right.
so I literally just went to her house one day, and I had like a bunch of outfits. We kind of just like winged it. Like, both of us were
Wow.
kind of just like, okay, well, I'm gonna sit here, and she's like, actually try to squat there, and I'll be like, okay, cool. And then
Wow.
like, we actually, the overstimulated one was hilarious because it wasn't even supposed to be that. I just looked up and I was like, oh, that's a really cute bench. We only have like an hour left, like, of time,
Really?
like, of daylight. I'll just lay down on it, and you just get three different angles, and we'll just like do it. And she just
Wow.
like got it perfectly, and she did it like more beautifully than I could have even imagined.
It's
And it just,
beautiful.
it just accidentally ended up being amazing.
No, it's beautiful. Like it looks like that. It looks like you put a lot of money into it. Everything, especially the one by the river, and you're
Thank
kneel
you.
down, and just the way it's shot, and then the bench. I'm looking at that like, how the who is doing this for
That's
her? Who
Exhale.
is
That's my
shooting?
best friend, Exhale, and she literally just knows how to work the settings on the
Best friend.
iPhone.
Best friend, you did a good job, because you have us
Yes.
thinking it was like, it looks like hundreds of thousands was spent, and it was.
Oh my
I was
God.
want to ask, how
Thank
many
you.
days did it take her to shoot that?
No, it took us, we did both of those videos in the same day in a span of maybe like 2 hours
Really, both of them?
together. Yeah, at the same
No, they were
place.
really good. She did in the editing. If she did the editing too, she
Yeah.
did a really good job. Of people are geeking over the visuals that you come out with. They're perfect for the song. I mean, I love the fact that, with some videos, there's a lot going on. You're singing about a guy, you're showing the guy, showing the breakup, showing y'all. No, it was so simple but beautiful. It was
Thank
just you,
you.
the music, nature, the water. it was all that. It was really good. So I
Thank
wanted best
you.
friend, you did a great job, a
That
really good
ass.
job. There is an art. There's a is it a producer that you work with?
Eargasm.
There you
Yeah.
go. He's on a lot of your music. Tell me about your relationship. Do you guys work together a lot, or is it just you
So
know?
funny story. He's actually out there with you. He's in Sacramento.
Is he really?
And yeah. And so what happened was we were actually introduced about a year ago. And like he listened to my stuff and thought I was dope and just kind of started sending me some beats. And I started picking ones, and he told me that I was picking the ones that like everyone overlooked. And so once he saw that I was picking the ones everyone overlooked, he was like intrigued. And I just kind of started, I bought equipment for my house, and I just started like recording like nonstop. And we haven't even met officially in person yet. And we've recorded probably like 25 tracks or
Yeah.
something together. We have like 16 tracks in the cut right now that are about to start like gradually coming out. But like, but we literally like that's my dog. Like, I haven't even met him yet. And I'm like, bro, like we're on the phone regularly. Like we are like and it's funny because the whole time I was like, don't worry, we're gonna make it. And he's like, yeah, I don't know. And then everything shut up, and he hit me up one day. He's like, I don't know, you might be right. I'm like, I told you, like,
Wow.
it's just, it's like, it was divine. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, he's an amazing person. He's a great producer, a good
Yes.
friend. Like, I would honestly consider him family. He's
Wow.
done nothing but like be super genuine and there for me. A really good guy, dope producer. And yeah, he's about his business and I'm about mine. And it just kind
Right.
of, he was sick of people like, dragging their feet. I was sick of people dragging their feet. And it was just kind of like, I don't know, it just worked out.
That is that I love that story because I mean it's like you're running into things like
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like you're just like, okay, we're gonna shoot a video, or let me take the phone, let me go do this, and it looks like the production is so good, and then the story behind it I love. And I love the fact because it first of all, if you guys are joining us, I'm Rossie McCree. This is Rossie's Clubhouse. I have with me tonight, I have singer out of Charlotte, North Carolina, not Charlotte, I'm sorry, out of Durham, North Carolina, Alicia Marie. And if you, we're just talking about our music, you guys. It's a lot of things going on here. You guys, we're talking about her visuals and the fact that if you go on her page, on some of the videos or visuals that you see, we're thinking that, we're talking about the fact that I thought it took days or whatever. No, she's putting this together. Her and best friend are putting this together, 2 shots, one day, couple of hours, and putting it out and on doing a really good job anyways. So please hit the like, please subscribe, please support Rossie's Clubhouse. Back to you. So, anyways, don't you think it's awesome just the internet? Okay, so
Yeah.
there's bad things, there's good things, and this is a good thing. The fact that you can hook up with someone, never meet them, do total business with, don't know where it's going, and then it's working out, and you got like a hella songs with this person that I don't even know that's in Sacramento. Orgasm, I'm so coming for you because I gotta talk to you, and
He's
because your
fire.
production is just, it's amazing. It's like you guys are there together. Shout out to my partner, business partner, John DiGregorio. Same situation. Podcaster, never met him. He's my best friend. He lives
Oh, I
in
love that.
the coast of Mississippi. He was the first person that gave me my interview when I was acting. He's the first person that introduced me to podcasts. He's like my mentor, and we've never met each other. And he's
I
literally
love
my best
that.
friend, best person ever. He's the one that will make sure that this video gets cut, uploaded, shorts, everything. So, and it was just a chance meeting on the internet and messaging and believing in me and saying you can do some big things and helping me out. So
Yes, I
I do
love
get that.
that
So those are the good things about the internet.
for
How do you
sure.
feel about um, well, let's see. How do you feel about the internet? Like, I know that you don't like being on it a lot, but as far as business, do you appreciate the fact that you can link up and do business without having to be signed? And what's your feeling about being a signed artist?
I'm definitely open to signing.
Okay.
I'm very firm on it has to align. Like
Okay.
it has to make sense. It has to fit who I am. And all that, is with that. I'm pretty flexible myself, but there's just certain things that I'm just not with.
Right.
And so I'm okay with kind of like riding out the independent wave
Right.
as long as I need to, because I just feel like this is where I'm supposed to be. So I don't think not signing right away is necessarily going to hinder anything because I put in so much work every day. But I would love to have some kind of deal that could benefit me, my family, and
Right.
you know what I mean, help put me in a position to better take care of my son and like push everything harder. But the internet is beautiful for that reason, that like it takes a little bit of effort, like anything.
Yeah.
But once you get in there, it's amazing. Like I have people from France and UK and Germany and Dubai and Argentina and like all these crazy places hitting me up. Like, your voice is amazing. Like, we're listening. And like, the internet makes stuff like that possible. So where, like, you know what I mean? We can see
Yeah.
all these things and connect with all these people
Right.
that think and feel the same way that we do, all over the world. And like, that's beautiful. Like, that is
Yes.
beautiful. I think it's just, it's like a double-edged sword kind of, because you have all this beautiful stuff that comes with it, but with that much access, you have
Yeah.
people that don't know how to handle that, control that, treat that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I get
Yep.
crazy comments all the
Mm.
time. I had to kind of convince myself, like, well, no, I'm going viral now because everybody's talking junk. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, you kind of have to like, take the good with the bad.
Right.
I think if used in the right way, it's so beautiful. You just have to be strong. You do
Yes.
definitely have to be strong, because the more people are just kind of angry these days.
Yes. Oh my
And
gosh.
like,
And
you know,
does something
there's
mean to say, why do y'all have to leave mean comments? Why do y'all, you know what I mean? Like, just everybody has a voice and an opinion because they have a microphone, they have this, they have that. And it's just, why be so cruel about it? Don't be mad. Go do
and it's the
something.
weirdest thing they're mad about. Like, people will
Yes.
comment and be like, "How dare you try to sound like Amy Winehouse?" Sorry,
Yes.
like
I was going to ask you about that. I was going to ask you about that. How do people, like, do you get negativity when you're doing something good, covering someone's song, you know it's good. You know it's good. And someone says something like, you know you ain't Amy Winehouse, or how do you deal with that? Because I know you have to get that because there's someone out there that has to say something.
yeah, I get it a lot, or I get it like, "How dare you like try to be like Erica Badu or whatever?" And I'll be like, this is what everyone is comparing me to. Like, I'm not coming out like, "Hey guys, like
Right,
Erica Badu is gone and Alicia Marie is here." Like,
right,
you know what I mean? I'm just
right,
like, I love her. I think
right.
it's an honor to be compared to her, but some people, I think, just like to personalize everything. I think one thing that I found is like, it's really about how much you care. Like, I always had a homeboy that used to tell me, like, if you don't care, like, it can only affect you however much you care. And I've been through a lot in my life, and I've had to deal with a lot of misconceptions about me and stuff just in regular life. So I feel like once it got to this, I was like, "Oh, I'm
Mm.
training for this. Like, you're not about to like," you know what I mean? Like,
No, for
I've been
real.
here before. Like,
Yes, you have to
so
have
I feel
armor
like,
on. You
yeah,
have to
and I
have
think
armor.
too, and I think
Yes,
too, some of the mean people, when you're like, "Are you good?" They're like, you know what I
right.
mean? They're like
Are you well?
confused.
Are you well?
So, because
Yes,
I do that a lot. Like, I'll be like, "Are you good, bro? Like, what is wrong?" Like, and a lot of people kind of get thrown off by that. I try to like make jokes about stuff. I mean, every so often things will kind of sting. Like, dang, like you didn't have to say it
right.
like that. But but I know that, like, the bigger it gets, the more people are gonna have their
Yes,
opinions. So I think it's just good training in the brain
right.
to just be so secure in what you believe in, that people, you just kind of laugh at people like, "Now
Yeah,
I hate to be as miserable as you, bro, because I
right,
don't like," you know what I mean? I've
right.
never just got on somebody's page I don't know and just started talking junk, like.
Yes, yes. I mean, I have to block. I mean, I have to block, and you have people saying, "Oh, aren't you narcissistic?" or "Aren't you?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like I don't even know. I woke up to this. And then you had to make sure it's in the comment section so everyone can see it. Sometimes I'll just leave it up there. Sometimes I'm like, no, I don't want that negativity on my page. Or I had one lady inbox me a few weeks ago and was mad because I unfollowed her or something with following and said, "That's okay, ho." And I'm just like, I was like, damn, that hurt. That did. She said that. She sent that inbox. "That's okay, ho. I am followed too." And I'm like, seriously, I had to look at it. I'm just looking at it. I want to say something. I'm like, oh my, like, damn, that hurt. Oh my,
No,
now
no, you know
my
what's
home.
happening to me now is that okay, so I messed around. I wear lip liner a lot, right? So I had this little tiny blackhead before I was going to Atlanta, and I messed around. I was like, I'm gonna pop it because I don't want it there.
Right,
Girl, I messed up my whole life. It swole up. It looks so bad. And I messed around and tried to make a little video with the thing on my lip, and
girl.
it started going viral because everybody's like, she got herpes. And at first I was
Really?
gonna take it down because I was like, no, I don't want everybody, whatever.
Right,
But
right.
it hit like 150,000, and I was like,
Oh
hold up, wait a minute.
shoot.
They paying me for that. Run that up. Go
Yes,
ahead, run that up.
yes,
If you guys want to talk junk. Because at the
yes,
end of the day, you're running it up and it's paying me.
yes,
So you know what I mean?
yes.
But at first I was like, hold up, wait a minute. No, it's not.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
but
you get defensive. It's like,
yeah.
damn.
But then
No, I
it makes
did
it
a
worse because they're like, oh, you're getting defensive because you know what I mean? And then you want to like
yes.
tear everything
They don't
up.
want you saying nothing. They want to say something. They don't want you saying nothing. I had did a review of what was celebrating Eddie Murphy's legacy on the other
Right.
podcast that I do. Shout out to Mark Snipe. Shout out to Brandon Holloway, Frank Humnick. Shout out to you guys, Missy Draper. Shout out to you guys for sitting in on the Eddie Murphy legacy. Anyways, though, so we're cutting clips, we're cutting shorts. And with the short, you don't get the whole story. People, you got to go and watch the full video, but they'll take that short. So one
Always.
guy was making a joke about, Eddie Murphy came out and did another movie because, Eddie need that money. He says, "I'm just joking. We know Eddie Murphy's good." The comment section on TikTok, people, Eddie's rich. I don't know. He talking about Eddie's. So I'm commenting back saying, yes, we know Eddie's good. He was making a joke. That's why he said he's joking. People get upset and I don't think they really
They stop
listen.
listening.
They hear something and then they just start typing. And it's like, did
Hmm.
y'all hear what he said? I'm just joking. We know Eddie Murphy's good. We were just talking about it, but it's little things like that where
But
it's
it
just,
also be like, do you know him? Why are
yeah,
you mad?
why
Like,
exactly?
like,
You don't have Eddie Murphy money. Why are you like he's good,
are
but
you his
people get
brother? Like,
upset.
what are you mad for?
Yes,
Like,
yes, and I mean the did one on it was a Patrick Swayze movie, Roadhouse, that he did. They're making
hmm.
a new Roadhouse. I
That was cool.
review films. I just said, who asked for Roadhouse? I didn't know no one wanted to see another Roadhouse. I didn't know there was a whole cult of people that loved Roadhouse and went off on me. Does she even watch guy movies? Does she even know what she's talking about? I mean, who asked for anything? And I'm like, damn, that really intimidated me. Y'all got me on that one though, but I'm better though. I'm still going to talk
Yeah.
about it. But that really, like, that was the first time that I had people go at me over something that they love. So I get what you're saying when they love an artist, Amy Winehouse, whatever, they personalize because you're singing. And like you butchered the song. The song was beautiful. You sound just like her. And it's not her fault that she sounds like Erica Badu. I mean, that's a compliment. You sound like Erica Badu.
Was you and you
You
know she
sound like
shared
Amy
me.
Winehouse. Like,
She freaking shared me a couple weeks ago, and I literally cried.
did she really?
Bro, yes, she did. I did
No.
like a short cover of Bag Lady, and she
Yes.
liked it. And so, first of all, the only two people that I've said can make me
Wow.
fangirl in this life are Erica Badu and Lauryn Hill. Like, I think if I
Yes.
met them in person, I would literally
Yes.
bow down to them. Like, I don't
Absolutely.
even know. Like,
Yes.
so when she shared, when she liked the reel, I was on the phone, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I dropped my phone, and I was like, and I picked it back up. I said, "Erica Badu just like my
Are
reel,"
you
and so I'm like.
serious?
I'm looking and I'm talking on the phone with my sister. And you know how like you get the little bubbles of people's like
Yes.
sharing
Yes.
stories. So I'm like
Yes.
going through the people like the stories I had. I literally started crying immediately. I said, "Oh, she shared it! Oh,
There you go.
I lost my mind. Like
Yes. Oh my gosh. What that
lost
is
my mind.
And that's all that matters. That's all that
And that's
matters.
how I felt. I'm like, well, Erica don't think that I'm trying to be her. She scared me.
Exactly.
So
Dude, that's dope as hell. Speaking of that, how did you feel when the radio station called you up and told you, we're playing your song right now on the radio?
oh my God. That's like Coco Filipina from 97.9 has been showing me love for a long time.
Okay.
And she's great with like
Okay.
independent artists and stuff. She's out here based in Raleigh.
Nice.
And she's always looking out for independent artists. I had a song that came out a couple years back called Tree, and she pushed it on the radio and it was number one for like a month straight.
Really?
And so when Paz dropped, she was like, oh, why don't I have this song? And next thing I know, like after I sent it to her, it's on the radio. And she's a sweetheart. She's very for the culture. She's for the people. She's for the
Nice.
independent artists. She's like not too good to go anywhere, be around anyone.
Love that.
Just super respect for her or to her for real because she's always shown me love, and I always appreciate her for that.
I saw that and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. They calling her up and telling her like you on the radio. That is so cool because every artist that making music, I mean, you want people to hear your music. And when you can hear it and have everyone hear it on the radio, that has to be an amazing feeling to know that's my song and y'all are playing it on the radio and it's number one. Congratulations to you. I
Thank
get that.
you.
And I know that we about to see more videos. Like you're definitely you're popping. You're a star. I mean, we
Thank
already know
you.
that. Shout out to Hayla V, another star here in Sacramento, and that's just blowing up. So I give it to you, independent artists that do your own thing. And we'll talk about performances because every time I go on my Instagram, you are at a show, you got this going on. How many shows do you do a week? And tell me about your love of performing.
I try to do at least a show a week. I'm trying to build it up like a lot more. But I love it. Like it's just something so cool about performing. Like, I don't know, it's just like it kind of takes you off to like this different place. It's very
Right,
therapeutic for me. Especially the love and stuff that I get or like the interactions. I love to do like crowd interactions and stuff
right,
and have the crowd sing with me and stuff. And it's
right,
just so cool to watch people get lit over the stuff that you created. Like
right.
it's it's amazing. Like I can't even I think it's still taking me time to process everything because I think I'm so like goal driven. So I'll just be like,
Okay.
"Oh yes, this makes sense. Next." And like, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
right,
Like and I
right.
kind
Yes,
of like
yes.
so I do need
Yeah,
to celebrate I think a little bit more.
right,
But I'm just like now that I'm here and like I'm officially entering into like the stages of like the beginning of like really being within the industry itself. I'm
right.
like, bro, like we just gotta keep going and like it, yeah it's been awesome, it's been amazing. I've got a bunch of shows up north in the next couple weeks. I'll be in
Okay.
Pennsylvania, Jersey, New York.
Wow.
So I'm trying to go everywhere for
Right,
sure.
right. How long will you when you leave out of state? 'Cause I know you went to Atlanta. How long are
Mhm.
you gone when you do shows? Is it just for that night and you go back to North Carolina? Like, how does that work?
It depends. Like sometimes I'll go for like a week, sometimes I'll
Okay.
just dip out just to like get the event done and come right back. It depends on like what's all scheduled and what's all going
Okay.
on, and of course, if I like how babysitter schedules and all of
Right,
that
right,
kind of work out.
right,
But I try to stay, as long as I can.
right.
But I'm people think I'm crazy all the time because I'll literally hop in the car and I'll be like, let's just drive. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm just like I'm always with it. Like I'm just like, okay, like we can go. So yeah, it's pretty dope so far for sure.
So what can we expect from you in the next like the next album or what are you working on right now? This is your time to talk. Tell us what we can expect from Alicia Marie.
Well, I will be dropping singles pretty regularly, starting within the next couple of weeks, every
Yes.
couple of weeks leading into an EP album release thing. We haven't, I guess, solidified what the project will be in full, but we've got so much music and stuff about to drop that I want to just flood the people with everything.
Yes.
So definitely more singles, more visuals. I am literally trying to go everywhere that they're calling me. So hopefully, expect to see me in different cities, states,
Okay.
overseas, so
Oh, hell yeah.
I expect that by the end of this year,
Okay.
I'll be looking at a different life, in a lot of
Wow.
regards.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's exciting. That's so exciting. Um, do you have artists that you want to shout out that you're working with that are coming up? Do you want to show them some love? Anyone that we should know about that we should be expecting out of North Carolina?
Yeah. So I just want to shout out my lovely team of ladies that like keep me
Okay.
sane. So Exhale's my best friend, also does my content. Nina is my creative director and also, just helps me with like shoots and stuff. And Sarah
Yes.
Bell, who is essentially like the person that keeps my head straight. She's my operations director technically, but she just helps me like stay on task day to day, and on my ass about everything, because I love to just be like, I'm very much like, oh wait, we have to, what did you say, like, you know what I mean, and like now I'm over here and like I'm like all over the place, and she's like, wait, you didn't finish one, two, or three, and I'm like, oh crap, okay, like so she keeps them together. Shout out to JG Eargasm,
Nice.
all day for, you know what I mean, just being the dopest producer ever. Shout out to Reggie Burrell, who has literally been like the advice, the
Nice.
person in my ear for years and years of my life, and has helped me kind of keep my head together when it comes to the industry. And want to just, I'm trying to think if I'm missing anybody. No Love staff, for my open mics, DJ UA, cousin Luther, there's a bunch of people like I just love everybody that's been with me on this ride. And oh, Bishop, we gotta get, sorry, can't forget
No, do you?
Bishop. He's the host that's been my host for years, the
Yeah.
open mic, but he's known me since I was like 15.
Wow.
And so it's just been really cool like being around all these creatives, and like we're
Right.
kind of all in this stage right now where we're all blowing up and like in our own ways.
Yeah.
um and it's just a beautiful time. It's been a beautiful year.
That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. I am so happy that you decided to come share your life with me, your music with us. I really appreciate that. Thank you for getting back to me and just coming to do the
Yes,
show. I mean,
thank you for reaching
absolutely.
out.
Of course, absolutely. I had to. I mean, I had to meet you, had to know about your music. I will continue to listen to your music. I will continue to share your music, and I can't wait for your EP to come out. I'm loving everything that you're doing here at Rossie's Clubhouse. We appreciate you. Don't go anywhere when I close the show out, though. You guys, that's it for tonight. You guys, again, this is Alicia Marie. She's out of Charlotte. Um, she's doing big things. You know her, and you will know her. Like you will know her. She's blowing up, and I'm so happy that she took time out to be on Rossie's Clubhouse. You guys, I'm going to be gone for let's see, I have EG the Beast is going to be coming in here August 6th. I've been reaching out to this producer. He's worked with Hayla V, a number of other artists here in Sacramento. EG the Beast, I can't wait to meet you and talk to you. I've been following you for some time. Love what you did with Hayla V and her music. Shout out to Sonae. Sonae, appreciate you. Love you, girl. I'm going to be reviewing your short film too. I hope you really enjoyed my video reaction to I Quit. You guys can listen to Sonae's I Quit. She's dope. She's doing big things. She's out from Fresno, living in LA right now, you guys. I have a couple of directors and actors coming in August. I'll give you guys their names when we get closer to that date. I really do appreciate you guys. Be good to each other. And I want to shout out Chiller Tribe Mosey. Mosey has a new album out. It's called Villain. Mosey did the music for Rossie's Clubhouse outro. So Mosey, you know I love you. You're my brother, good friend, and thank you for my outro. So you guys, Mosey.